Hey guys, what is up? What's happening? So today we're gonna talk about a topic here, and we're gonna talk about the PlayStation Classic, and basically it's apparently it's like 40%, 45% smaller than the what's to be expected, which is awesome, and it comes with HDMI cord, uh, basically a charging cable for both the controllers, and yeah, and there's actually a mod that you can do to make these controllers wireless if you wanted to. You can look that up on YouTube. I've seen it. It was actually pretty cool. Even though it's not out yet, somebody got early access to the console, and yeah. So there's 20 games on it, and basically we're gonna go through each and every single game, and I'm gonna tell you like my personal preference on like whether this is worth it, should you get it, stuff like that. So let's go ahead and see. So this is gonna be about like a 20 to 30 minute tutorial. If you want, you guys can skip through the video once it's done, or if you guys are watching now, that's flippin-tastic. And yeah. So starting off with these games, there's Battle Arena Toshinden. I personally have never played this before, but let's go and see what this is about. Okay, so right now it looks like it's kind of like a Street Fighter sort of thing with swords. Okay. Judging by, okay, let's go to the images here. Yeah, judging by, like, this is basically like a Tekken-based game. This is from what I'm seeing right here. And, to me, it does not look worth it. So, okay, let's move on to the next game. So, that game, I would definitely say no to. Okay, instead of just going through them, I'm just going to say the ones that I know and I love. So, Final Fantasy. I've always been a Final Fantasy fan, so if you like Final Fantasy, it's definitely worth getting because of that. If you like Tekken 3, I craved Tekken when I was younger. Like, I'd always verse my dad, my uncle, stuff like that. So that was always fun. Rainbow Six is definitely, this is gonna sound weird, guys. I prefer the older Rainbow Sixes compared to the newer ones. And the reason why I say this is because back then it was awesome. Like, you could tell like your guys to go here, you could tell your guys to go there. Like, I loved it. You could tell them to like use suppressors, and back then for PlayStation 1, that was awesome to have. Like, that wasn't even seen before. Like, Rainbow Six was the first to do that out of every tactical game I've seen. Okay, Rayman's an awesome game, guys. You guys, like, freaking A. Oddworld, I've played and beated one of them for the Wii, but it didn't really suit me at all. Metal Gear Solid has always been a fan favorite for me, and I'm sure there's a lot of, like, many people who are going to buy this console are strictly going to buy it for Metal Gear Solid. I know that because so many people love Metal Gear Solid. The only issue, though, is that it's only one of them for now. It's not like all of them. So, yeah. Okay. So it does come with 2 controllers, which is nice. And as you can see, guys, there's a huge, drastic size comparison here. Like, look at that. Like, there's no real freaking, like... oh my gosh. And there's an upgrade for it, guys. 720p and 480p. And I'm pretty sure that before it was 6 something p. So that's a bit of an upgrade, which is awesome. Let's see, yeah, 640 by 480. So now we're getting 720. It's strange, though, because, like, you'd think that because we have 4K available, we also have 1080p available, that they would do that. And it'd be easy for them to do. So why wouldn't they take full advantage of that? So that's a downside right there, is that they're not taking advantage of the full 4K function, the full 1080p function. They're not really doing that, guys, as you can see here. But look at the size here, guys. Like, look at that. Like, literally, like, it's almost as big as the palm of your hand. Like, it's a little notebook, basically. Like, and it's probably really light too. But yeah, let's go look at the weight of this thing. What happened here? Why can't I go back? Okay, I'm just gonna. Okay, that's. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's fixed now. So let's see. So the controllers don't have analog sticks. Oh my gosh, they do not. Frickin' A. I was just reading this. So that kind of sucks. Because I remember, like, maybe it's cheaper for them to do that. That'd be my guess. Because obviously you guys know that, like, later on, they did make analog sticks for the PlayStation 1. And they even had Rumble. And Rumble was fantastic. Like, having that controller when you're like in like a first person shooter game or Tomb Raider, and having that rumble effect just made it more like you were actually in the game, which I loved. Or when you're playing like Gran Turismo, and I was surprised, like, people craved Gran Turismo. Okay, like, people absolutely loved it. Like, people were like 10 out of 10 loving Gran Turismo, and I don't even think that game is in here. No, Grand Theft Auto. Okay, that's a good one too. Yeah. So I'm not seeing Gran Turismo, and people loved Gran Turismo. Like, that was like actually one of their top selling games, and I'm really surprised that it's not on this list at all. So, looking at the price, that it's $120, as you can see here. Well, 130 Canadian, actually. So that's about like $100 United States. And looking at that, so that'd be like 140 Australian in Australian currency, I think, or like 70. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the Australian, how much it is there. But anyways, I'd say that, yeah, it's pretty good. The only downsides, again, guys, is basically the fact that it's on 1080p, which they could have easily done, and 4K. And they could have remastered these games too. Like, it wouldn't even been an issue for them to remaster these games, considering that they're remastering so many games right now for PlayStation. Yep. And apparently the hard drive too for this PlayStation is almost double the speed. So when you go into like a loading screen to load a game, it's going to be instant. So that'll be nice. So I've heard. Okay. So again, looking at the weight and the mass and everything, I would say, yeah, that's very decent. I definitely want that. But the price point for only 20 games, I wouldn't say is worth it. And the reason why I'm saying this, because going here to eBay, guys, like, looking at like what we have on eBay, like, there's a bid. It's got 10 bids for $60. You can literally get 67 games. And there's only 2 days left. And the highest this bid is probably going to go is probably 80 something. And you can get consoles, PlayStation 1 consoles that are used for cheap. But like then again, if you want everything new, brand new, definitely go for it. But if you're like me, for instance, and you like to save your money, you like to get your money's worth out of things, then definitely take your time and wait for a really good deal on eBay or Amazon, actually. Because Amazon, you may not realize it, guys, but look at this. For $15, you can get a PlayStation for that plus only $4 shipping. And that's United States currency, and that's amazing. So that's only like $18, and you can have this. But the only downside is that it doesn't come with a controller or like wires, but you can get those things for like $4. Like, you can easily get a PlayStation 1 controller for free if you wanted to. Like, just going off Kijiji and stuff like that. So, yeah. Wow, okay. So, $31 used. And one thing I noticed too, guys, is that, like, what a lot of people do, or have been doing, is they've been taking their, like, PlayStation 1s and they've been rigging them. Like, I don't recommend this personally, as it could be considered pirating. I honestly don't know. So don't take my word for this, but, like, there's a lot of people out there who have PlayStation 1s and they're, like, hacked and stuff. And they're able to, like, mod it so you can have literally, like, 100 games on the original PlayStation. Compared to the 20 that they're giving you here. But like I said, I'm not going out and saying that you guys should do this. I mean, I don't have a PlayStation, so I haven't done it, but yeah. Okay. So moving on. So the advantages are you're getting 20 games, 20 classic games that they've handpicked themselves that they think will be top sellers. Personally, for me, I think 80% of them aren't worth it. And the reason for that is because I've only played a couple of these and I haven't really had the time to play them all. And the price point is a disadvantage, obviously, because who wants to pay $100 to $150 for a console that only has 20 games that's like 10 years old? I mean, you might find it's worth it. I'm gonna wait for a sale or for when they go down in price, which will be in a year or two. And yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and watch this video, this trailer, and hopefully. Okay, apparently it's an advertisement for Switch. Okay, never mind. Thought it was for PlayStation, guys. Okay. But let's go ahead and find this trailer for it, because I'm actually really excited to see it. Okay, so PS Classic trailer. There we go. Okay. I like the music. Okay.
Oh wow, it caught me by surprise. I can't believe it. Oh wow, I can't believe my eyes. I love it. Oh wow, do I see what I see? I can't believe it.
Oh, the graphics though. But like for people who like played like literally almost like PlayStation 1 every day or whatever, you guys are gonna love it. I already know that. Mine it's too pixelated for me to go back to, unfortunately. For me personally. Oh my gosh, okay. I might get it just for the Final Fantasy, yes. That looks amazing. And the Tekken. Oh wow, it's coming out December 3rd. Okay, that's sick. Yeah, I wasn't really too sure what the, oh, don't want to play another video. Just in case, because of copyright reasons. Okay. So overall, guys, I would definitely say that it's kind of a battle in a sense. Like, basically, like, there's reasons to get it, and there's reasons not to get it. Like, let's just say if you're a diehard PlayStation fan, I would definitely get this. But if you're kind of, like, iffy about it, and you're like, okay, I kind of want to wait for the price point to drop. I don't like how they didn't remaster the graphics or made it 1080p or 4K, which I can understand, guys, because me, I'm all about graphics. I'm young, so I love my graphics. Whereas someone who's older is going to be like, wow, this is really freaking the best cake ever, because you're getting a console that's hand-sized with everything technically kept the same, and plus you're getting a 60 pixel plus resolution. So yeah, that's 720p compared to the 640p that they had before. So yeah. Whereas I see it, I'm more basically just graphics again. And yeah. So let's go ahead here and look at these deals that you can get for the original PlayStation, not the PlayStation Classic. So as you guys can see here, like we're $60 range compared to the $130 range. Oh my gosh. Do you guys imagine getting this? 130 games? Why does he have so many controllers? Like, oh, that's why. Okay, he's got like 4 consoles there. I was wondering. I was like, hey, this guy has like 4 controllers and like 50 controllers and like 1 console. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. That must have been over time. This guy was definitely a collector, that's for sure. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, a lot of these are PlayStation 2 games, though. Huh. Weird. Okay, moving on. Let's see the next deal here. PlayStation 1, so that's about the same price, I guess. So this is actually worse because you're only getting 16 games and you're spending like $100. They had Risk for PlayStation 1. Oh, that would have been awesome. Yeah, I love the board game of Risk. Okay, let's try Amazon. Let's go for Amazon, guys. A keychain for PlayStation. That'd actually be cool to have. See, I kind of wish they would have done that as an incentive to come with like the this PlayStation right here. Like as you can see, there's no incentive. There's like no keychain, nothing cool. Like I kind of wish it would come out with like a map or something, or like something that you could like have like a little that basically verifies that you bought this. Like that'd be amazing. Or even like a key light or something, like a PlayStation box with a little key light on it. That'd actually be pretty sick. Just so people know, like, hey, you bought the classic, didn't you, or something. I don't know. There's something at work, I guess, where you'd be like, someone would go up to you, hey, dude, I bought that as well. Then you'd be like, how do you know I bought that? Oh, I saw your keychain. I don't freaking know. I'm just making stuff up right now. Okay. Moving on. So again, doesn't come with the thumbsticks, the joysticks, which I loved. Oh my gosh, the joysticks, guys, for me was a time saver. And when playing Tekken and stuff like that, it made things so much easier for me. I find personally, like some people prefer the D-pad, but I prefer the joystick because it was smoother, and you can get to you can press down faster and move left and right faster. So you could really get those key commands in for when you're doing a combo, which I loved. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest, like, I always say that a lot, I know, but if you guys are going for this, go for it. Ultimately it's up to you guys. I'm just here to like say my personal preference, so, and like what my decision is. And my decision so far is that I'm going to wait. But let's just say if they were going to add on to it and expand onto it, like something like we're adding this thing for the PlayStation Classic where you can buy these cartridges, and these cartridges will have like 20 to 40 games on them, I'm down. Then I'd 100% buy it for sure. But since it's only 20 games for now, I don't think it's worth it for me. But once they do that, and once they get that down, that's going to be amazing. And one thing to look at too, guys, like I'm pretty sure that PlayStation Now, which is a subscription-based service, already provides all these games, like for PlayStation. Well, I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure. Or it just might be PlayStation 2. I'm actually going to look into that. PlayStation Now. And PS1 games, I guess. Yeah, I'm so used to looking at my keyboard as I type. Having my mic in the way makes it difficult. Okay. Yeah, so let's see here. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that these games might be available for PlayStation Now. Yeah, and some of these are PlayStation 1 games for sure. Yeah, like PS1 Classic. Only $6. So I'm going to go ahead and say that if you already own a PlayStation 3 and you're like, I really want to play this PlayStation 1 game, but I don't want to buy the console, well then that's okay because you can go to the PlayStation Store and you can get it for your PlayStation 3 console. So let's just say if they never had that in effect, then 100%, like I would be down to get it, but since like these games are already available on PlayStation Now pretty much, I'm not going to bother. But if I do pick it up when it goes down in price, I'm kind of curious like to see how many sales it's going to get. But like I said, if it goes down in price, I'll definitely pick it up and I'll do an unboxing for the system, which I'm actually excited for. And yeah. So once that happens, I'll do that, and so on. I'm just kind of winging this, guys. I'm not really like prepared. Well, I am prepared with like these, but That's pretty much it. I'm just going off right now. Okay. So, looking here so far, let's see what else is here on this page. Japan's other 15 PS Classic games. Okay, let's take a look at this.
Legend. Legend.
See, I'm not sure if these games are coming out in Japan for their version or like that's what it must be. Yeah, it is. Okay.
Legend.
PlayStation.
So, if you guys have like get on eBay, like you can easily get both. And by getting both, what you can do is you can really have one PlayStation with American games on it and the other PlayStation with all Japanese games. And to me, that is cool. I like to see that. So it definitely kind of seems like they're trying to make it so like eventually more and more games will be available. And I'm really happy to see that. Another thing I noticed that, because looking at the chat right now, some of you guys are saying that, I'm just going to read this again. Yeah, that you guys are saying that this is a Nintendo knockoff, because apparently Nintendo made basically their mini version of their console. And I agree with you with that, but you guys have to admit too that it's a great idea. Like, this idea is going to sell, because there's millions and billions and trillions. Okay, maybe not trillions, but like millions and billions. Okay, I just say millions. Millions of fans that love PlayStation and who are going to buy this immediately, regardless of the price. Even if it was like $600, like these people would still go out and they'd have to have this and they'd buy it. And one thing I know for sure too is that this is probably going to sell out immediately. But it's still available for pre-order right now, guys. If you get a chance to, before it sells out of the pre-orders, and you gotta wait like 5 to 6 months for them to make more, like the Wii basically. Like I remember when the Wii first came out, or just any console, they'll sell out and then it'll take months to get like another one. So yeah, so I can definitely see on eBay these PlayStations selling for $600 once they sell out in stores, because I know a lot of people like to take advantage of that. I actually might do that. That's a really good way to flip PlayStations. Kind of seems like I'm scamming them though. Like if I was to do that, because when you think about it, it's like only like $130, and you're selling it for $600 just because someone desperately wants it and they didn't go ahead and pre-order it beforehand. And one thing they did that was really smart too, guys, is they waited till December the 3rd, which is Christmas time. So parents are gonna buy them immediately. Not even really thinking like, is this a good buy? They're just going to buy it anyways. Being like, I know it's a console. It's only $130, so I'm going to save a lot of money and get my kid that. Then a kid's going to open it and be like, what the frick is this? I wanted the Xbox One X, not like a mini PlayStation. And then they're going to open it. It's going to be all pixelated, and then they're going to be like, they're going to try to sell it on like a GG, and then they're going to try to save up for the console they want. I remember that happening to me like 4 years ago. Or like my parents bought me like a PlayStation 2 when I wanted it. No, this was actually longer. This was like 7 years ago. I wanted a PlayStation 3, and basically my parents didn't really know much about games. So basically what ended up happening was my mom went on eBay. She bought me a PlayStation 2, which I already had because she didn't know, guys. Like, she was basically like, okay, so I'm going to go get him a PlayStation because he's asking for one. So she just bought a random PlayStation, not knowing which one to get. And I remember how disappointed I was when I saw that. I was like, what is this? I already own this. And she was like, what? And I'm like, is this a joke? She's like, no, I honestly thought that you wanted this. I was like, no, I wanted the PlayStation 3. And she was like, oh. So we ended up taking it back. And then PlayStation 3 was sold out, which was the worst feeling ever. I remember that. But after 6 months, we did end up getting one, which is awesome. And yeah. And Dirt was the first game I played on it. And oh my gosh, was it amazing. Dirt, I think it was Dirt 3, maybe. I'm not sure which one. No, it was Motocross or something. Here, give me a sec. I'm gonna look it up. Was the MotorStorm. That's what it was. It wasn't Dirt. I was trying to figure out. And what I loved about this game is like you could kick people off their bikes. But anyways, okay, back on topic. Sorry about that, guys. So back to the PlayStation Classic, and I'm probably gonna end my video here. So it's pretty much the same thing. It's the exact same thing, and it's got better loading times, and well, way faster loading times. Like, you won't have to wait like 30 seconds to a minute for the game to load. It'll load in less than like a second or two. And it's got a way better resolution, as you can tell, because it's 720 and this one's 640. So a couple of pixels up, which is nice. The sound, I'm pretty sure it's 32-bit for the other console, even though it's not specified yet. And this one's 16-bit, which would only make sense that they would upgrade that. And the CPU is pretty much the same, I'm sure. Or actually, they're not even using a CPU, I don't think. I think they're running it off of memory. Huh. They actually might be, now that I think about it. Because we're able to do that now. Yeah, because there's nothing here, it just says external. So we're just running off the memory off the external. Interesting. So yeah, so there you have it, guys. That's basically the PlayStation. This is my first commentary, guys, so next time I'm definitely going to be more prepared for the next one. And I might even make another video just kind of that better explains everything here. I kind of just like rushed through things. And if I do that, the video is going to be more detail, further explained, and it's going to be faster just in general. So you guys can kind of get a feel of like what console you want to buy, if you want to buy this, the Classic. And yeah. So thank you guys for watching, and who's going to be watching this video in the future. And Ecliptic out.